to make you understand the small things of life, because they are the biggest things in life. Character is one of the biggest things in life. If they say, I have repeated this, if everything is lost, nothing is lost. What do they say? If everything is lost, nothing is lost. But if character is lost, everything is lost. Why would they say this? This is why life works. This is how life works. Of human relationship, find delicate emotions of human relationships in lyrical means musical, idiomatic form sometimes we don't understand. Phrase whose meaning is different from the literal meaning means indirect. Idiom means also indirect. There are phrases, time is money, it is idiom. This 1 year if you waste, it will cost you money. This 1 year if you waste, it will cost you money. It will cost you that college seat that you want. Sapne dekho bas. Sapna dekho. There are people out there who have no other choice. But they will work harder than you. 90% mehnat, 10% blessing. This we don't understand. My mother at 66 is an example. Every single sentence or word has idiomatic language. It is indirect. It is not direct. So let's go through it. Driving from my parents' home to Kochi last Friday. So she driving from my parents' home to Kochi last Friday. Who's driving? Kamla Das and her mother. What is the age of the mother? 66. She's going to die soon. Your parents, my parents are also going to die soon. When they die, they should be happy or proud about you, or they should be dejected and sad. You decide. We decide. It's in our hands, not in anybody's hands. Last Friday. So she is writing this in retrospect later on. This is something that happened last Friday. She was going home. Parents is home to Kochi last Friday. From my parents. So Kochi to some other place. Yes or no? Yes or no? So Kochi is the place of Kamla Das's mother. And she is going where? To her husband's place? Yes or no? From Kochi to husband's place, or wherever her real home is. Women we know, and Jennifer's Tigers, they cannot stay in their home. They have to go to their in-laws' house or husband's house or their house after marriage. That is the idea over here. Morning. I saw my mother beside me. She was seeing her mother beside her in the car. Doze. Doze means sleep lightly. Open-mouthed. Mouth was open. Her face ashen, that like of a corpse. Like over here is a figure of speech. As in like, when they are used, simile. She was next to her sleeping with her mouth open. And when she looked at her, she realized that she is getting older. And she is going to die soon. And her fears came back. This we can apply to our life also. Every passing day, we don't study, we are missing on our life. Every passing day, we don't serve our parents, we don't do good things for our parents. What do we have to do now to serve our parents? Your mothers are not 66. Your dads are not 66. You study, they will have tears in their eyes. That is the best form of seva you can do. But nobody wants to do that. Those open-mouthed, her face, ashen like that of a corpse. She was looking old as she looked. People don't stay the same. People get older. Skin gets wrinkled, and then one day, eventually they die. Of a corpse means a dead body. And realized with pain. She is having a pain. You will also have a pain. Don't study. Then you will go and tell the world that I did not study. I have a pain. Who brought that pain? You brought that pain. Don't serve your parents. Throw them away. Don't do their work. Put them in the old age homes and cry. I think parents should get stronger this time in the modern world and throw their children out so that they understand that they have to stand up on their feet. She realized with pain that she was as old as she looked. As old as she looked, again, is a figure of speech, like and as. Simile. It is again a figure of speech. Direct comparison. Earlier she compared her like a corpse, dead body. And now she is comparing her age, her body as like she is 66. And she is afraid to lose her mother. She wants to tell the driver, turn around, let's go home. I don't want to go my husband's place. Can women do that? And what of the male children? They don't care. They are silly. They keep their parents in their house, but they don't care. Very silly. She wants to care, but she cannot say to the driver or herself, turn around. I'll call my husband and say, take care of whatever the kids and everything. I will come later. That women cannot do. But men can. But men don't want to do the things that they should be doing. Put away that thought. Why did she put away that thought? Because she was not feeling well about the thought. The idea was mother will die soon. And you have to distract yourself from the thought. But in the modern days, what do people do? They want more distractions. Generally, if you want to study, you want to remove that distraction and say, I am going to make sure I am going to do these 10 problems right away. But we don't want that. We want more distraction. What is going to happen? We're going to get more distraction. Put that thought away. Why? Because she was distracted. She was feeling sad that her mother will die soon. And looked around. And when she looked around, she looked at the young trees. Why is she? There are trees. There may be young, old. Why is she only seeing the young trees? Because she feels if she will become young, she will become young, mother will become younger. So her death will be delayed. Sometimes we imagine, 1 year, enough time, I will do it later. And that is why the time is gone. Time is money. Every single second is going by. She looks at the young tree, she remembers, I become young, mother becomes younger. She remembers her young age. The mother was young. She could not spend time with her mother. You will remember time of the exam. Maybe you will not even regret because you don't have that function in your head. Regret is not for you. Then you will not regret. Bhai, nahi hua, padhai nahi hua, to nahi kiya. That is the regret people carry, procrastination. Sprinting. Now sprint means race. Can trees sprint? No. It is a human character, so when human things do human things, it is called the figure of speech personification. Trees cannot run and they are running, and that is why it is personification. Now, tree is running. Here, nobody can explain to you like this. You have to write it down. When trees are going in the forward direction, car is going in the backward direction. What does that mean? Her mother is aging faster and the death is coming sooner. Tree sprinting, car going forward, trees going backward. Car going forward, what does it signify? Increasing age of the mother and passing of the trees, which means approaching death. Death is approaching her faster. Idiomatic language, not clear meaning, not direct meaning. This is idiomatic language. Young tree sprinting is a metaphor. Why? Because she is comparing herself with the young trees. Indirect comparison. And energy. Otherwise, sometimes it is also said that the trees are young but the mother is old. Mother does not have energy. She is lifeless. Write it down. Metaphor. Indirect comparison. Young trees. Young with the mother, young with the poet Kamala Das. So she is seeing outside. Car is going in the forward direction, trees are going in the backward direction. Car going forward is fast approaching death. Trees going fast approaching age. Trees going back, fast approaching death. She wants to distract herself. What thought does she get? Mother is going to die soon. And when we want to distract ourselves from the unimportant things in life, what do we attract? More distraction. More IPL. More eating, drinking, being merry. More doing wrong things. Merry children spilling. Children are happy. Now again, this is a contrast. In the car, is she happy? No. So there may be so many children outside. Why is she seeing only merry children? She is seeing only merry children because she sees the contrast. She wants to be happy. The other reason over here is if she becomes younger, the mother will become younger. If she becomes younger, the mother will become younger. Maybe I had taught you this last year. I am teaching you again. Mother will become younger. Out of their homes. They are coming out of their homes. But after the airport security check, now we must have written down last year, if not, write again. Security check is the barrier or signifies the barriers in one's life. What is the barrier? At the security check, she wants to beat the policeman and say, go to hell, take my bags, I don't want to come, I want to go to my mother's place. But can she do that? What is on the other side of the security check? Going to her own home. Going to her own family, children, and husband. And her life, her work, which she wants to skip, but she cannot. That's the same thing with us. We might want to say, oh, we want to do this, but we will not be able to do it next year. Time will be gone. Sir, 5 more marks I would have got. No, I would have cracked the, cutoff. Cry them. There's no crying over split milk, they say. Idiomatic language. दूध जब फट जाता है ना, उसको सी नहीं सकते, दर्जी को नहीं बुला सकते. वैसे ही तुम्हारा टाइम जाएगा ना, तुम सी नहीं पाओगे. बहुत कुछ फट जाएगा तब. अभी भी फटा हुआ ही है. खिड़की के बाहर ही देखना है लोगों. But after the airport security check, barriers on one life, husband on the other, mother on the other, barrier. Standing a few yards, she is standing only a few yards away from her mother. All of these tree sprinting, marry children, they are also imagery. They are images that she creates. It's imagination. She sees also, but she sees only those pictures. So it's a figure of speech imagination. Standing a few yards, 3 feet is 1 yard. So couple of feet away, 20, 30 feet away. We had drawn this sprinting. When the car is going forward, age is increasing and trees are going backward, which is approaching death. Standing a few yards away, I looked at her again. She's unhappy, sad. She wants to say, go to hell. Let's go to mother's. But she can't do it. She looks at her mother and again picturizes the wan, pale face. Wan and pale are two similar words. They mean the same. Dull, pale, lacking intensity or color. They are dull, pale, lacking intensity, yellow, lacking energy, lacking vitality. And it is a figure of speech called tautology. When two similar words are placed side by side, which is over here, wan and pale, it is all called a figure of speech called tautology. As a late winter's moon, we had drawn this picture, I guess. Late winter's moon. That in the winter, the moon is the mother. And in the late winter, you have fog. And the fog covers the mother's face. This is a mom. In winter, there is fog. In the late winter, and slowly it covers the mother's face. And eventually the moon disappears. She's imagining that the mother is going to die soon. As a late winter's moon, again, as, like and as. Figure of speech called simile. Multiple things in one poem. And felt that old familiar ache. Now, what is the old familiar ache? This is a common question in the exam. When she was young, she always knew that she will have to leave her mother one day, and which is all women have that fear. And she had overcome this fear by marrying and going to her husband's, but now that ache is returning. She's getting that ache again. Why? Because she had to do like the society demands us to do, but now the mother is getting old. So that is the old familiar ache, which was her childhood's fear, that she would have to marry and go to in-laws. And it is returning. All women have this. We discussed yesterday, day before yesterday in Aunt Jennifer's Tigers. The women cannot say go to hell and go to their own homes. It's not that very easy for them. So she is describing the pain of her mother. But all I said was, she kept on repeating, all I said was, see you soon, Amma. She is hiding. There's a song we had discussed last year. तुम इतना जो मुस्कुरा रहे हो, क्या गम है जिसको छुपा रहे हो. You think all people in the world are happy, but there are some people who always try and remain happy for the people in their life. They are going through troubles in their life, but say, with you, all troubles are gone. I know you can have troubles with not understanding things, but half of them are caused by us. But there are people who can smile, look at him, smile and say, all my troubles, because of you, I shall overcome. We shall overcome. And not all people who are smiling in their lives are really happy. They are brave. So what is the characteristics over here of Kamala Das? Brave, courageous. Do you think she is like a tigress? Yes, she is. She's smiling. She's not showing her fears. Because if she shows her fears, mother will become sad. Mother will think, क्या हो गया मेरी बेटी को? What happened to her? Husband is torturing. Kids are not studying. See, your mom carries so many burdens. You will not study, your mom will get your dad's scold. You don't know. But we don't understand this. You don't study, who will suffer? Mom will suffer. But we don't understand this. We are silly, we are stupid. We are not awake in our lives. Coming back to the point. She's brave, she's courageous. But all I said was, see you soon. And this see you soon also shows us hope, belief that the mother is going to live longer. But only with hope and belief it does not work. I hope and believe I'll do well in my exams. Hope and belief are good, supported by action, supported by prayers, supported by never dying attitude. You will achieve that hope and belief. Just by believing, things don't happen. All I did was smile and smile and smile. This smile smile and smile and smile is a figure of speech called repetition. She is hiding her fear behind her smile. She is smiling so that the mother does not get worried. If an old person gets worried, they may die sooner. Do you realize? Do you understand? And that is why she is playing a brave face. She is brave. She is courageous. And that is where the poem ends. The 10-12 lines. It has a lot of meaning. These poems, sometimes one poem, few words, if you take, you can live your life with them. So people these days don't want to. They want more. They want to consume rather than they want to change themselves. Also, there are two other figures of speech. Contrast. The world is filled with energy, mother is lifeless. And that is why the two words, young, sprinting, merry, spilling. This is the contrast. All of this is in contrast to the things that is in the car or with her mother. So jao. And the other thing is irony. Green trees are racing, and mother is like a corpse. Green trees, young trees, but mom is pale. She's going to die soon. And this is sometimes asked. Notice that the whole poem is in a single sentence. There is just one sentence she has written. There are no full stops, punctuated by commas. It is just a big one poem. It indicates a single thread of thought. She has written this in one go. Interspersed means spaced with observations of the real world around and the way these connected to the main idea. What is the main idea? Mother is old and she wants to spend time with her. But she cannot. But she cannot. Make sure these are the things that don't happen in our life. When our parents were alive, or when they are alive, when they are in the youth, that is the time to make them happy. Start. And now, based on how do we do our things in life. If you have to go away here from school, do you think it's a good thing? If you lie to yourself every day in the life, it is a good thing. Chalo, so we have understood that this is a very important poem, simple poem, and we have done a quick revision or summary. We had learned this in the past, but we'll stop over here and we'll take it from there.